Hi, very good evening. This is Paras here. Welcome to Time Out with Sports Adda. We've got a cricket expert, Rushabh here. Hi, Rushabh. Very good evening.
Good evening, Paras. Really happy to see the bright and sunny Southampton. I mean, if anybody who's not followed the first 5 days and I'm tell them that it was completely grey, dark for the 5 days, and if you look up to the sky today, they would be like, you must be joking because it's completely opposite what we have seen for the first 5 days. So really excited for today's game.
Absolutely. The scenes are out in the middle are very, very bright. There's good sunshine, and we should have the game start on time. And talking about where India is 64 for 2. We basically lead by 30 runs. And when we talk about the dismissals yesterday, a few unlucky moments for India, but magic moments for New Zealand. So just walk us through that.
Yeah, so firstly, if I talk about Gill, the first wicket we lost, we could see two different types of Gill in two different innings. In the first
Yeah,
innings, when the wicket was not so good, you could see a much more confident Gill in terms of when Saudi and Bolt were bowling. You could see he was walking down the pitch, he was stepping out to cover the swing. But in the second innings, when it was comparatively easy for the batting, you could see he was rooted in the crease. Now, I don't know
yeah.
whether it was something the New Zealand bowlers changed or what, but you could definitely see Gill a lot more tentative. He was not playing his shots freely, which we saw in the first innings. And when you are caught up there in two minds, definitely you will lose a wicket. And again, that was a good ball. He lost his wicket too. But if he could have been more aggressive in his approach, maybe he could have been still been there. And talking about Rohit Sharma, unlucky. That's just the word which comes to my mind because.
Yeah.
He was settled in again. He did the hard work of being in there, settling in, and losing a wicket to that ball with the umpire's call again coming in. There's a lot of questions about it. Is good? Is it bad? But this time it didn't go India's way. That's all we can say.
Right. When you talk about a Rohit Sharma, it's very disappointing seeing him, bat out those balls. Watching the ball get old, and once he settled is when he gets out. And next to walked in was a Virat Kohli who looked very, very sure at number 4. But before that, the magic moment was the on drive by Pujara. That on drive that he hit, really, really showed the way, his approaches towards this innings. And when you rightly pointed out yesterday that Pujara will come out, and if he plays his strokes, you'll understand what Kohli's plan is. So there you
Yeah,
have it.
definitely. And it was really heartening to see that, because if a Pujara, I mean, in the first innings it took about 36 balls to score his first run, but
Yeah,
here inside 36 balls he had already scored 8. So that really shows that shift in momentum, that little bit of change, which something which we wanted to see. And talking about Virat Kohli, you mentioned the fact that he looked solid, but one real good thing and real positive was that he came out to bat when there were hardly just 15-20 minutes left for the day to
yeah,
end. Generally, at that time, you see it's the night watchmen who walk out. But Kohli, being
yeah.
the captain, he is the attitude which he has. He himself got in there. He said that no, it's I should go there since I am the batsman. And also the bowlers had done the hard yards. They had been through 2 days in and out consistently bowling. So you should also understand that they also require rest. They are also humans. So Kohli taking that decision of himself walking out, taking that authority, not really thinking about, okay, it's a night watchman time, anybody can go and negotiate. That really shows the kind of positive attitude, the positive environment in the dressing room. So that was really heartening to see as well. And when Kohli and Pujara are there, you can be rest assured that runs will come, score will happen because they complement each other really well. And Pujara,
Yeah.
the way he played yesterday, we can expect much more aggressive cricket from him today, considering India would definitely look to be the sole winners rather than sharing the trophy.
You're right. When you talk about this approach, do you think India will declare somewhere around 200 runs? Or do you think they're going to bat out and see to it that the match ends in a draw?
India would definitely like to declare. So they have a
Yeah,
32 runs lead now. Even if they take it to somewhere around 180 or 200, like you said, with maybe a
yeah,
session and
yeah.
a half left, uh,
Hmm.
Indian bowlers definitely have a lot of chance to get their 10 wickets. So definitely
Hmm.
India, considering what Kohli's attitude is and the way they have been playing, they are not afraid to lose, and they don't
Yeah,
like to settle for a draw. For them, it's either a win or a loss. So that attitude, I don't think so. They would just like to settle for a draw. At least they wouldn't give out those signs that we'll just settle for a draw. They will definitely declare. They would definitely like to get New Zealand batsmen in and ensure that the bowlers get enough time. Also, this brings me back to the point I mentioned that it's bright and sunny today. It's a day 6
Yeah,
wicket, even if it's been under covers for quite a lot of time, but still it's a day 6 wicket. And
yeah.
bright and sunny, hard wicket. You have two spinners. They have not been utilized much, but maybe today's their day to shine. You never know. I mean, suddenly a spell from Ashwin and Jadeja, you get 3-4 wickets, and you start looking at India lifting the trophy.
Right. When we talk about those closing moments, they're always considered as nervous moments. When the opposition is out there to bat and only 2 hours are remaining, that also, puts in these doubts as to if I should go for the shot or shouldn't I. And when we talk about India, they've got the batting attack to score quick 200 runs, given a punt or a Kohli click, and score a quick 80, 70. They reach about that mark. Where on the other hand, when we talk about New Zealand, in spite of the sunny conditions, even if, the bowlers that they have, if they, do moderately well, they can also get India all out, around 140, 150. So the conditions in England always keep on changing, but the class of bowlers that New Zealand have is quite permanent, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But definitely, having said that, it won't be as easy as it was in the first innings for them.
Yeah,
Class of the bowlers, the talent, the caliber is all there. But if I just compare it to the first innings, it won't be that easy. It's a bit more harder than that, considering it's a dry surface. There's bright and sunny, so you don't have the wind blowing around and the moisture in the wicket to make the ball swing. So considering all of
yeah.
that, it would be a bit difficult. But yeah, like you said, the class of the bowler, maybe a Bolt or a Saudi, you never know. They are bowlers you should fear, because anytime just once gets in his rhythm, then I don't think so all these things would matter for them. They would just run through the Indian batting lineup.
Right. Right. So, also talking about, you understand what a New Zealand's mindset is with the field placements that they will put. If at all, we see a couple of fielders at cow corner or, deep extra cover, there's deep point, means, he's ready to give the single away, but not the boundary. So, when we talk about New Zealand, even the field placements that they will set up in the first 20 overs will, show the mindset of what New Zealand hinting towards.
Yes, it will. But having said that, considering this situation, you can never remove the possibility of the ball swinging. So considering that, you will always like to have those two, at least two slips, if not three and a gully. So minimum two
Yeah,
slips would be there. And like you said, I mean, based on what the bowler's plan is, definitely move the field. But I think that would help India, because if as a batsman I see that there are less slips around there, it gives me that much more confidence to play my shots. If it's outside the
yeah.
off stump and I have three slips and a gully, I would rather prefer leaving it. But if I know there are only two slips, I can just throw my bat at it. If I get an edge, it pass through the slips, it's a four anyway. And if it hits off the middle, I'm getting a one or a two till the ball reaches deep point. So that's still fine.
Right. I mean, we talk about conservative cricket, and a lot of things are on offer today, depending upon the different mindsets of both the oppositions. And now coming to a Rahane who's there to bat out next. Rahane's looked very good. The way he got out was very unfortunate, kind of hesitant. So he's also got a point to prove, and his wicket's also very crucial for India.
Yes, it will be, and he has to take that role. I mean, if for example we lose Kohli's wicket, he has to take that role of being a leader at that stage, because he's been there, he's done that in the first innings. He did the hard work, so now it's time basically to
Hmm.
reap the benefits of whatever time he spent in the first innings. Because like we have been
Yeah.
constantly saying that wicket is easier to bat today, so it would be
Hmm.
easier for him. Just his focus should be staying there, and also look at
Hmm.
scoring a bit quicker than he normally does, because obviously like we spoke about the attitude of Indians in terms of not settling for a draw and trying for a win. They need to get the runs on board quickly. So somebody like a Rahane should play his shots, should just believe in himself that if he's done the hard yards in the first innings, he can definitely bat here. Just take that confidence through the innings, in this innings, and play his shots.
When we talk about a Rahane, it's very, very evident that he's got the ability to clear the 30-yard circle at ease. And when we talk about the batsman after him, he's known to clear the 90-meter boundary with ease. So talking about a Pant, do you think he should also be promoted today if India get a good start with Kohli and Pujara being in the middle?
Yes, we can see that. We have seen that in the Australian series where he was suddenly promoted to number 4, where there was a requirement. So that's something which is obviously a possibility. And if I just go
Yeah,
by the stats, his strike rate in fourth innings is somewhere around 80, whereas in terms of second innings or in the first second innings, his strike rate is around the 50-60 run mark. So that 20
yeah,
30% difference when it comes to strike rate is a big jump when it comes to Test match cricket. So those 20 30
right.
percent extra will definitely give India a lot of confidence. But again, having said that, Pant is an unpredictable character. You also need to be in his mind and tell him that you need to stay there. It's not that you play ram shot just to score runs. What is important is you stay there, because if you stay there, runs will come. Because Pant is that sort
Right.
of character, you can't keep him quiet. If he plays out 10 deliveries, he'll ensure that in the 11th one he will go for the shot. Just that he needs to be mindful when he's playing that shot that he's not taking a risk, rather he's taking calculated risk if he's going for that shot. So if he gets that right, definitely is one of the most exciting player to watch out currently in the situation where the match is. And everywhere people are talking about Pant, because at this point of time, if India has to win the game, Pant is the one who's going to be at the forefront.
Right. Pant is an important cog, and he's a very exciting prospect for Indian cricket. And when we talk about New Zealand's bowling attack, they've got two left-arm fast bowlers and two right-arm fast bowlers. So given the foot marks and the day six pitch, both Ashwin and Jadeja are going to get something to bowl at, won't they?
Ye- Yes, yes, that's something which I'm really looking at, because in a way, you can see the spinners have been underutilized till now, is what we felt. Even yesterday, we discussed that how they were bought in late, but maybe today is
Yeah,
their day, because uh, when it's bright and sunny, the ball doesn't swing much. And in terms of spinners, if I have to see, the positives are the wicket is six. It's a sixth day today when the game is being
yeah,
played, so that ensures
yeah,
that the wicket would have opened up a bit. There would be a few rough there here and there, which they can exploit. Also, the hardness of the surface would mean that the ball would grip in a better way, and with
yeah,
less wind and all blowing, they can definitely expect to get that drift, which maybe Jadeja especially would like to, when he just gets the ball with the angle and sort of confuses the batsman whether to play for the shot or whether just to leave the ball.
yeah.
So somebody like a Jadeja, Ashwin, I think if India have to win when it comes to taking those 10 wickets, they have to take the lead and try to take the maximum wickets as possible.
Right. When we also talk about pressure, and nothing better than the close-in fielders and chirping continuously at the time when spinners are bowling. And one aspect about Jadeja is he runs through his overs very quickly. So at that time, a batsman probably is trying to think one ball at a time, but within 30 seconds he has to play twice. Because
Yeah,
the
that's
defense
something.
that goes is it is difficult, isn't it?
It is. It is. I mean, when you play Jadeja, that's something you think about. And being last day today, plus we have an half an hour extra extension also past the scheduled time. And if you have
Yeah,
somebody like if average of overs in that half an hour is maybe just 20, if Jadeja comes to bowl, you ensure you get at least 30-35 overs in that half an hour span, because he just comes in, he just reaches his mark, turns around, runs in and bowl. That really
yeah,
shows how much prepared he is as a bowler, because he doesn't need time
yeah,
to think what I'm going to bowl. He just goes about it while coming back, thinks what to bowl, reaches his mark, turns around, runs in and bowl. That doesn't even give the
yeah,
batsman the time to settle down. And in a game like this where each minute is important, him saving time will definitely ensure that we get another 1-2 overs extra to bowl, to try and bowl out New Zealand bowlers. But yes, we expect wickets from him as well. Jadeja will have to take that load along with Ashwin if we are looking at India picking those 10 wickets.
Right. You put that across very, very neatly. Now, talking about the short ball, not many Indians are comfortable or were considered comfortable at a point. But, in today's game, the top 6, 7 are very good hookers of the cricket ball. So, a lot of well lefts is what we've seen, and very few pull shots have been played. So, do you think is that going to come into the picture now when we're going to see a lot more cross batted shots?
We can. If India are going to declare and they want to score quickly, definitely they will come into picture. And you spoke about a lot more people being comfortable playing the pull shots. That's the sort of paradigm shift which has come from the time T20 cricket came in. We see
Yeah,
someone like a conventional batsman like Pujara. He's more comfortable ducking under the ball if it's bowled short. He doesn't like to just pull or hook or that doesn't come naturally to him. But if you see somebody like a Pant, he's not afraid to play shots. He just backs his instincts and go for the shot. If it hits the middle, it's six anyways. If it takes the edge, more often than not, it will go over the slip cordon or the keeper for runs behind. That's because of the quality of the bats which are there currently. So considering all that, it just comes down to natural instincts. If you are a compulsive puller or a hooker, you will anyway just go for it. Otherwise, it's well off leaving also, because there's a limit to number of short bowls which a fast bowler can bowl, not in terms of balls, but in terms of the fitness level. So you can't expect any bowler to just come in and bowl 6 bouncers to you on the trot. That's humanly not possible, because that will extract a lot out of you. So even if you just duck 1-2 short deliveries, the bowler will be forced to bowl ahead, so that maybe bowl fuller length, so that he can make you play. And somebody like Pujara uses that tactics really well. If you bowl short to him, he will duck. You bowl him in fuller ahead and maybe in good length, he's happy to defend or play shots against you. Whereas somebody like a Pant, Jadeja, they just like to go for their shots. So it's a very good balance in terms of leaving as well as playing the shots. But yes, like you said, if India have to go for the win, they will definitely have to take on the short balls now.
Right, nicely put there again. We've got the scorecard here of what has happened throughout, live action. India first skittled out for 217, and then New Zealand scores 249. And now India again 64 for 2 is what we've discussed. Tim Southee's bowled very well. And, as we're minutes away from live action, just wanted to understand, Rushabh, what do you think is India going to end up scoring in this innings?
Somewhere around 220, 230 seems good. So minusing the lead, it would be like around 180, 190 for New Zealand to chase. I think that would be a good total. And if I talk about the time, they should look at least batting maybe 1 hour post lunch and have about maybe 40-50 overs for the Indian bowlers to try and bowl them out. I think that would be the plan, because we have about 98 odd overs in the day today. So maybe bat around that 40-45 overs mark today and leave your bowlers with the remaining overs to try and bowl them out. That should be the plan.
Right. It's very sad that we've had only 2.5 to 3 days of cricket, that also in portions, and 2 days of complete washout. It would have been very, very lovely if this match was on in the third day and evenly poised such as this. But any which ways, Rushabh, once again, lovely to have you as a Guru Gyan that gives excellent information out session by session, and hope to catch you again in the tea session. Thanks a lot for your inputs. Thank you.
Thanks, Paras. Looking forward to an exciting session here.
Cheers.